Welcome to ASQ TV, where we're creating a global view of quality. On today's show, we define culture of quality and review ways to improve your organization's culture. Learn how improving communication in an emergency room affected patient experience. Review employee survey essentials, and on the lighter side, a tribute to real-world superheroes. A culture of quality can mean different things to different organizations. According to culture expert Jennifer Calloway, having a clear definition of the desired culture of quality is the first step in improving it.
Our clear definition of a culture of quality is one where employees see, hear, and feel quality all around them. And it's really enabled by a fourth element, the transfer element. And this is what happens when employees transfer their quality values to others.
Calloway's research shows the benefits of a strong culture of quality can be impressive, especially when it comes to the bottom line.
So it turns out for every 5,000 employees that a company has, you can recapture as much as $67 million of employee productivity by improving your culture of quality.
How can executives lead the effort to improve a quality culture? The answer might surprise you.
So there's a tendency to go towards process, systems, additional controls. But that's actually the wrong approach. It just adds to the prescriptive nature of quality, and it creates an environment where our employees just follow quality. It's the foundation, but it's not really the goal of building a culture of quality. Instead, executives should be focusing on building an environment where employees can take self-directed action about quality.
But quality professionals shouldn't wait for their senior executives to make the first move. Calloway offers 2 recommendations for employees to jumpstart a culture of quality at their organization.
Employees should remember that they themselves are models of good quality behavior. So if they prioritize quality and they focus on quality, that's going to rub off on their peers. Now, the second is about employee ownership, one of the things that we know drives a culture of quality. Now, if an employee isn't sure the behaviors that management wants them to emulate to drive a culture of quality, they should ask their managers what that looks like. And they can use a simple conversation starter like, culture of quality is important to me. Quality is a priority for me. What else can I be doing to help us achieve our quality goals?
View a webinar highlighting Calloway's research on driving a culture of quality and hear more of her interview at the links below. Now let's take a look at what's working. In Phoenix, Arizona, United States, when a team of emergency medicine leaders at Banner Good Samaritan Medical Center was tasked with increasing patient experience scores, it found it needed to adjust the project's scope to include the emergency department's culture. Similar to many medical facilities, a hierarchical culture existed, creating separation between nurses and doctors. Patient survey data revealed a perceived lack of communication between providers was ultimately lowering patient satisfaction. So the team moved the exchange of patient information between nurses and doctors from the nurses' workstations to the patient's bedside. Patients could see the communication occurring, and doctors said they learned more about the patient, which ultimately improved care. But the culture changes didn't stop there. The team also realized that how the staff felt in its work environment affected how the patients perceived their clinicians and their quality of care. This meant implementing initiatives that enhanced clinicians' appreciation for all patients, helped employees focus on the big picture and keep a positive attitude, and engaged staff members in sharing stories of patient care to remind them of the difference they make in patients' lives. Learn more about Banner Good Samaritan Medical Center's culture improvements at the links below. An engaged workforce is crucial to the success of any quality-focused organization. The service quality body of knowledge finds that engagement surveys are a valuable tool to manage culture, helping to understand how committed and satisfied employees are and the issues affecting them. Keep these tips in mind when developing your own survey. Make it meaningful. Figure out what you want to learn about the workforce. Well-thought-out objectives for the survey can help ensure that the questions will yield useful responses. Plan its launch. Determine who will receive the survey, how long you'll give them to respond, and how data will be collected and compiled. Ask and wait. Conduct the survey and then crunch the numbers. Analyze the responses and report the results. If open-ended questions or comments are allowed, be sure to report the responses in large enough groupings so respondent anonymity is protected. Find more expert advice on employee engagement surveys by visiting the links below. On the lighter side, let's talk superheroes. What do quality engineers have in common with Spider-Man, Superman, and Wonder Woman? They may not wear capes or fly, but you've got to admit they do some pretty heroic things. quality engineers work tirelessly to make a difference in the world using their problem-solving acumen and powerful quality tools to vanquish variation, wipe out waste, and protect the greater good of society. So in recognition of Engineers Week in February, Quality Progress asked the quality community to weigh in with thoughts on what makes engineers super for the month's Quality in the First Person column.
Engineers use their knowledge to serve their communities. Engineering is a center of improvement and is at the core of the advancements.
We take science and turn it into solutions. We find the order in chaos and the beauty in numbers. Starting from the humble words, what if we... Civilizations have been built and advanced. As an engineer, my greatest joy is watching an idea turn into an accomplishment.
Engineering is without borders, more so than ever before. Engineering can provide knowledge to help others regardless of their engineering discipline. Engineers can provide input needed to build public interest in near-term and long-term technologies, and their involvement can have far-reaching implications for the economy, public health, safety, and national security.
I once had to explain to my mom how being an engineer makes me think differently. I pointed to a lamp on the table nearby and said, "You see that lamp? Most people see just a lamp, a simple fixture that when powered on provides light to a room. As an engineer, I see swarms of equations to determine voltage, mass and dispersion areas, circuitry schematics, technical drawings, and ways to disassemble it and determine how it works. It's not just a lamp, it's a puzzle."
Read more about the world of difference these real-life superheroes make by visiting the Quality Progress article at the link below. And on that note, you probably have some important superhero business to get back to. Thanks for joining us today. Click subscribe on this page for ASQ TV's email notification to learn when a new episode is available. And of course, make sure you join us again next time when we focus on Voice of the Customer.